Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, the place to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp. And today we're going to take a look at Zeal and Ardor's newest debut album, actually. It is called Devil Is Fine, so that's coming up. So Devil Is Fine is the debut album from Zeal and Ardor. It is basically a one-man project by Manuel Gagneux. I'm not sure if I pronounce his name right. Maybe I should just call him Gaggen from now on. Sounds a little bit more German. It's easier for me to pronounce. But anyways, Manuel is the guy who is behind Zeal and Ardor, and it's basically a project that blends some very interesting genres together. He blends African American spirituals together with blues and electronic black metal, and yeah, it's a really weird mix. It's something I've never heard before. It's really weird, as I told you, but it is so good. It is so unique. It is really freaking catchy. This debut album consists of 9 tracks, and it's a mix of instrumental tracks and also tracks with vocals. Alright, so in this video, I'm mostly going to talk about the songs that I found on this album to be the most likable in my perspective. And from what I can see, that is about 2 songs. Not that much, but I'm gonna go a little bit deeper as well into some of the other songs as well, okay? So Devil Is Fine is the first track. It is the same name as the album, and it starts with Manuel performing these chanting vocals that really bear a lot of similarities to African American spirituals. As I mentioned in the intro of this video, you can hear these shackles kind of rattling away. It purely sounds like a slave song. The instrumental image here consists of guitars, drums, and a grand piano. Now, if we talk about the dynamics of the song, it is a really dynamic song. It has some slopes, some hills, and some breakdowns. I think there's like 3 build-ups and 3 breakdowns during the whole song, and this adds a lot of versatility to it. In general, I feel like the song is very repetitive, but because of the dynamic dimension and nature of the song, it becomes a little bit more exciting and enticing to listen to. The mood here is really doomy. It's gloomy as hell. It is intense, it's depressive, and it's so powerful. So yeah, Devil Is Fine, definitely one of my favorite tracks, and yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Now, the second song that is my favorite from this album is Blood in the River. It's track number 7. It is really similar to the first track, Devil Is Fine, but I think that this song is a little bit more catchier. I don't know why. It just has a more condensed, more congruent rhythm section to it. It's also like many of the other songs, as you will see on... If you just look at the track sheet or the track listing, you can see that all of the other tracks are very anti-religious, very rebellious, with this tendency of being satanistic. And yeah, this goes for this song as well. I mean, just listen to the lyricism here. The river bed will run red with blood of the saints and the blood of the holy. I mean, yeah, it's pretty clear that this is very rebellious, satanistic, and at least anti-religious. I don't know how much or how serious Manuel is with these lyrics. I don't know if he's actually against religions, if he's against... I don't know if he actually is a Satanist. I have no idea. I tried to do a little bit of research on the internet before I made this script, or before I made this video, but I couldn't really find that much about that. In general, my impression of Manuel is that he is a really gifted musician. He is very serious with his music, but I have no idea what is going on behind the curtains, if it's actually... if he is taking these lyrics very seriously or not. I have no idea. At 1:48 into the song, you can hear that Manuel used this sampling of a religious ceremony. Maybe it's a Christian ceremony, a prayer. It is something like that. And then it's interrupted by this very primal black metal scream at 2:17. And then Manuel comes in with this screaming, really harsh and crunchy vocals as well the one that brings the fire. Just, yeah, it sounds so awesome, and it really just punches through and hits you in the face. Love this track. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, the first and the seventh track are really just this mix of African American spirituals and black metal. It's a very, very clear inspiration and mix of these genres here. And from that, you also have these songs that are more inspired by electronic music. The third track is a really good example of this. It's called Sacrilege Meone, and it's basically a looped vocal track. This is what we hear during the intro. It's a looped track that is bathed in these sound effects. There's an electronic drum and bass beat following after that, and the vocals are kind of manipulated during the intro and during the verse, I guess you can say. To follow the beat, it creates this very intriguing beat, and also manages to pull off a really nice melody. You have passages in the song that focus a bit more on just creating an enticing beat, and then you have passages that are a bit more melodic in terms of the way that they're leaning. It's very intense, it's catchy, it's a nice alteration and change from what we heard earlier in the album. It's a big contrast, but at the same time, this album feels cohesive, although it kind of dwells and dives into so many different genres, and that is an incredible feat for any artist, you know, to be able to combine all of these different inspirations and create something that sounds complete. That is amazing. A very interesting fact is that according to Manuel himself, this song contains sampling from the Quran, the holy text of the Muslims, and it is basically sacrilegious because of that. Because if you take like something from a holy text like the Quran and you do something with it, say for example you make a song and you make it into your own thing, your own product, then it is sacrilegious. It's against the law of the religion, kind of. And yeah, I guess Manuel didn't give a shit about this. Now, jumping over to another genre, I guess, and another song that really just intrigued me a lot. The eighth track, What Is a Killer Like You Gonna Do Here? This is also a really good track. I wouldn't say that this is the best track, but it certainly sticks out from all of the other tracks on the album. As we've talked about now, there are some really distinct genres here. There's this mix of black metal and African American spirituals. There are songs that are more leaning towards electronic music, like Sacrilege 1 and 2. And then you have this song, which is gravitating a bit towards blues. For some reason, the vocals that Manuel is putting out here, really reminds me a lot of Mike Patton. For you guys who haven't heard about Mike Patton, he is basically the vocalist of Faith No More, Tomahawk, and Mr. Bungle. These are only a few of the bands that he's been in. And just listen to it. If you've never heard about Tom Patton before, I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can kind of find the similarity. I think it's a big similarity between the vocals here and the one that Mike Patton is doing in some of the songs that he has created. By listening to the instrumental image in this song, we hear that there's a bass guitar, there's some finger snapping going on in the background, kind of creating this noir, detective, police, crime mystery feeling. There are also drums here, and of course, vocals. As the song progresses from start to finish, or at least from start to middle, it gradually increases the instrumental spectrum, or the instrumental richness, by adding more and more instruments. The lyrics are quite creepy and, yeah, distorted and weird. It's like the lyrics are just animating this person who speaks to a murderer, kind of encouraging the murderer to go out and kill people. The lyrics are also making it sound very easy to kill another person. Again, this is a big contrast to many of the other songs, but it doesn't seem, at least to me, like this track doesn't fit in. It absolutely fits into the overall atmosphere. It is dark, it is intimidating, and it has this, yeah, really gloomy and weird noir killing scene mood to it. Really like this one. Not the best song off the album, but I just wanted to mention it because it was really sticking out. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. So yeah, Devil is Fine by Zeal and Ardor. I'm gonna give this album an 8 out of 10. It was amazing. It introduced me to something brand new that I'd never heard before. This African American gospel, slave singing, and black metal compilation is just amazing. Never heard it before, and I love how Manuel was able to kind of blend this together with electronic music and blues as well. It sounds really weird, but to me, this was something very unique, something that you don't find very often in music. So yeah, this is definitely something I would recommend to anyone who's deeply into music. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp just as much as me, then I highly suggest you subscribe by clicking the red subscribe button below. Also, if you've listened to Zeal and Ardor's debut album before, I would love to hear what you guys think about it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope to see you later. Bye.